Okay, I'm going to make this quick video about the edit and share software that's used. I use it for the bass, the B3 by Zoom, but I think it works the same with the G3, the guitar version. Um, Now, I bought the B3. It's really my first multi-effects pedal, and I was a little kind of a little intimidated by some of the it looked like I was going to have to learn how to push a bunch of buttons and learn sort of this complex way. That the main thing that I wanted to be able to do is just be able to find the sounds that I wanted to use for the various songs that I play, and then easily be able to find those effects whenever it was time to play live. So anyway, so I found this edit and share software, which is part of the they'll give you a link to use where you can just download it easily. It's for free, and you can get it for both Mac. I have a Mac, but I also have it on a PC laptop, and it's exactly the same. It doesn't work any differently. Cool thing is like if you hook it up to your laptop, you can hook it up with a USB cable. And actually powers the effects unit, so you wouldn't even have to plug it in. So right now, I don't have the power cable plugged in. I can just use the USB cable. But so anyway, but the coolest thing I liked about the edit and share software was that whenever you click on one of these the various patches, which is basically a patch, is nothing more than a combination of the three effects, like what you have down here. So if I activate this particular one, it automatically changes on the pedal, and now you can see that the three effects are activated. Now, for some reason, I wanted to turn this one off. It would still activate these two. I could turn that effect off. Now, the thing that what I've seen to be most useful with the edit and share software is that in the case like if I wanted to change this particular one, when you mouse over the name of the effect, like this HRT 3500 or this exciter over here, when you mouse over it, you'll see these little arrows. Your mouse changes, and all you got to do is just basically click, and then you can choose from this huge library of effects, and you can choose different ones. So, or I'm just going to exit out of this. Now, the thing that I've personally found to be a little not so great is I don't really like trying to use my mouse to turn these knobs. So in that case, actually the easiest thing to do is really to use the knobs that are right, because you'll see the exciters right there, and then you can just, like, if you wanted to turn down the treble or turn it up, you could just change it right there. Now, this particular effect does not have a second level of things to change, but we'll go over maybe to this one. And like this page button, this allows you to see, like this one has three different pages. Like this is the first one, and then you could click over here, and that'll give you like the mid, and so on, and then the different mix and all that kind of stuff. So you can modify it. Now, when you modify anything on the Zoom stuff, it's going to automatically save it. So if you change your settings on anything, it just saves it automatically. So you don't have to click save, but just keep that in mind. If you're going and changing a sound that you're happy with, it's going to change it for good. So yeah, you can find yourself kind of wandering away from what you had originally liked if you don't watch it. But like with this, now the coolest thing was that once I finally figured out, like, what I was doing is I would go over here and I would these are various patches that are sort of preset. Like you can see that they all have like these three different effects in there, and then of course you can change them as you want. Once you get them to where you really want them, what I want to do in a live setting is I want to be able to find these things super easy. So like if this is one that I liked, all I have to do in the edit and share software is just click and drag it, and I want to bring it over here close to what's called the A bank. A bank is nothing more than 10 different patches. All each bank has 10 patches. So if you're in the A bank, I seriously doubt that with me as a bass player that I'm ever going to use more than 10 patches in a night. But if I do, I mean, I could use up to 100 patches, but I want to easily be able to find the ones that I'm looking for right here in the first 10. So 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 that way, whenever I'm in a live setting, so say I could come over here and it says where it says hold for patch, then I can just hold this down for a second and you'll see the display has changed, and now you'll see that it has that, there's that effect that I was looking for. Now I can change the name, like you'll see here. I've done it just a little bit. Like in the very first one, I have Let's Groove. That's the sound that I'm using for the song Let's Groove, and I changed that name. And to change the name, all you have to do is just click on it and click rename. So that way, whenever you're looking at it in a live setting with your patches, you know that this is definitely the song that you want. Now you can just stay in this mode, in the patch mode, to be able to play the song. Now, if you wanted to switch from other patches, and you'll see these arrows down here, and that basically says, like, if I wanted to go up to patch A2, then I would just go use the number 3 because it has the arrow that goes up, and then I would switch, and if you can see that, it says bottom sin. And so now I'm just going through the patches that are all there in the A set. I don't have to worry about getting deep into the patches and like 30 and 40 in to be able to find the one that I'm really looking for. So I really like that feature of it. So so far I've been very impressed with just the way that this thing is made. It's an incredible value for the money. One other really cool little feature is that whenever you're, you'll notice I have the headphones hooked up back here. So you can use headphones to be able to listen to your sounds, and when you're playing on a computer, like I listen to Spotify a lot when I'm to learn the music. When you're using Spotify or anything else that's coming through your computer, it'll actually go through your like you'll notice that Zoom G series. It sees it just as another output for the audio, so that just comes straight through there. So that actually then you can listen to the music through your headphones all through the unit and try to match up the sounds or whatever it is that you're trying to do. So anyway, very cool. Hope this helps somebody.